So this is an update to a video I made a while back. I think maybe around about 2 years ago, where I'd lost. I was talking about losing weight, and I'd lost a lot of weight rapidly. I'd lost, well, by my standards anyway, I'd lost 8 kilos in 6 weeks. And what I was doing, I was just drinking this raw vegetable juice. And exercising a little bit every day, just running a little bit every day, and doing a little bit of weights, I think. And yeah, it helped me to get rid of a pain that I had in my knee that was getting really, really bad. That helped dramatically with that. And it helped me to get rid of an itch in my foot. Um, Now, I'd like to say a word about that because obviously, well, I'm no nutritionist, and the problem with doing it the way that I did it then was that you're not getting enough protein, and probably in that weight that you're losing, there's maybe half of it is muscle, maybe three-quarters of it is muscle, maybe a lot of it is probably muscle. So if you want to lose weight, I would recommend not doing it like that. Apparently, the best way to lose weight is actually to just watch your food and do weights. Do stuff that's gonna get your muscles working and that's gonna make your body generate muscle. Because otherwise, if you're just reducing on the calories, what's gonna happen is your body's gonna take the calories where it can get it, and where can it get the best quality stuff? That's where it's going to take it first. Well, that's your muscle, all right? So it's going to go for your muscle first, and then it's going to take your fat. And so just doing cardio is not really a good way of losing weight, because you will be losing muscle as well. So you do need to do something with weights where you're going to strain your muscles and start and tell your body to be building muscles, at least to counteract that, the fact that it's going to be wanting to eat your muscles because of the reduced calorie intake. So um, again, I'm no specialist, and if I'm saying things that seem wrong to you, just leave a comment, and I'm all ears, willing to learn. But this is my view on it at the moment. So um, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm on day 17 of a 66-day challenge that I will do another video about here, where essentially I've decided to exercise every day, and my weight seems to be stable, um, and but I can feel and see that I'm putting on a little bit of muscle. I'm going to show you my muscles because there's really very little to show. But when I look at my arms and stuff, I can see, little bumps and little bits that were not there before, and I can feel it. If I, you know, touch my chest, I can feel that there's more there, definitely, and that's just within 17 days of exercise. And my weight's staying stable. I can feel that I'm losing blubber constantly, and so my conclusion is that my fat is going down. I can see that, and my body weight is stable. So I must be putting on muscle. All right. Now muscle's a lot denser than fat. I can't remember whether it's twice as dense or 3 times as dense or whatever, but you need a lot more muscle to compensate for. No, you need a lot less muscle, sorry, than fat to stay at the same weight. So if you lose one volume of fat, to make up for it, you'll only need maybe 1/3 of that volume in muscle, or half of that. I don't know, something like that. It's something along those lines. Anyway, so there you go. If you want to lose weight, be careful on your food. All right, you've got to look into that. But exercise with weights, with something that's going to strain your muscles a bit. Okay, and I think you want to try and exercise at least 3 different zones in your body, right? You want to do some sort of exercise for the legs, so that's easy. You can do it at home. You can just do some squats, all right? You want to exercise the middle bit, so you're going to have to do a few abs. You can do it on some machines. That's what I'm doing. It's very easy. It doesn't hurt your ass or anything. It just doesn't hurt your back. And then you want to do the top bit. So push-ups are ideal for that, because they do make you work the pecs, your shoulders, maybe not your biceps much, but it'll make you work these bits a bit. And so if you do that, I think you're working all three zones. Obviously, you're not working all muscles in your body, far from it, but yeah, that's what I've been doing. I feel a lot better. I can feel my body growing. I can feel the muscles growing, and I can feel the fat going away, and my body weight is staying stable. And so as far as food is going, what I do is this. First thing in the morning, I have a lime juice in some water. Now, ideally, you want to make that warm water, not hot, not cold, just warm. And I'm going to start slicing ginger, fresh ginger in there. And I don't really want to put honey in there, but they say if you mix honey, lemon, and ginger, you've got a really great detox drink. So I might try that. Just a tiny little bit of honey. I'm really reluctant to add any sort of sweetness to anything because sugar is fat, and I don't enjoy it anymore. Things just get very sweet very quickly. So that's the first thing. Lime juice with some water. They say you should drink at least 60 centiliters. That's over a pint of warm water in the morning first thing. All right. Apparently that helps to get your metabolism going. And I think if you work out after that, not too long after that, you can lose more calories than you would otherwise, something like that. Then I usually have a grapefruit, and what I'm going to try and do is try and do my exercise early in the morning now, which I haven't been doing so far. And right after I've exercised, I'll have a natural source of protein. Usually for me that's been brown rice with lentils, or just lentils on their own, and just right now I had some eggs with some pasta. Now I don't normally have pasta, it just happened to have some around. But normally I would just prefer to go for just eggs. And eggs are the best form of protein if you want to get rid of hunger. All right, you can have eggs in the morning and not be hungry all day. Okay. And then in the evening, I try not to eat after 7 p.m. and I try to have just a salad. That's it. Now I do add some olive oil on there, but beware, the olive oil's got a lot of calories in it. I put that on there because I love it and because otherwise it's just not interesting enough for me to want to eat it. So, you do have to find a way to make this enjoyable, otherwise you won't be able to sustain it. I can eat brown rice and lentils every freaking day as long as I've got a little bit of olive oil on there. Now I don't add salt. I sometimes add some pepper or some other stuff, but I never add salt. And what else? And yeah, one tip, if you go to bed early, you won't have time to get hungry again after your salad. Now you have to make that really quick. Right? I like to go to bed at 9:30 p.m. because that allows me to get up a lot earlier the next day at 5:30 without being tired. And then you can get a lot more done in the day. You feel a lot better about yourself. And so first thing would be the lemon juice, or lime juice, and then meditation, and then ideally right after that you do your exercise so that you feel pumped and energized for the whole day. Then you have your protein, and then later on during the day to try and I would just stick to salads. If you're going to have fruit, make sure you have it in the morning on an empty stomach. All right, you don't want to mix the fruit with anything, and if you have fruit, wait at least 30 minutes after eating it, because if you mix it with something else, you're going to get fermentation, and when it ferments, your body doesn't know what the fuck to do with it, and what your body doesn't know how to use, it stores and it goes into your blubber. All right, it goes into fat. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to confuse your body. The other thing is you don't want to mix too many proteins together, because your body needs different enzymes or whatever they are to digest the protein, and it can't deal with several proteins at the same time. So you don't want to, personally I'm trying to stay off meats as much as possible. I have noticed, by the way, that when I'm completely vegetarian, my body odor smells better or not as bad. And as soon as I eat meat, the smell under my armpits gets really bad. Um, and so yeah, and I think probably things like onions and garlic might help to make the smell worse. Anyway, so that I hope that's useful to somebody. I certainly feel that it's been useful to me. I have still got some blubber down here, but it seems to be slowly going away. I've had to buy new pairs of trousers. I've had to buy smaller t-shirts, um, and um, and I can feel the muscle going, coming on. I couldn't do more than 3 or 4 push-ups when I started because I was fatter, because I had a bit less muscle, and now I can do it. I started my 60-day challenge with 50 push-ups a day, 5 times 10, and now I'm doing 7 times 14, which is 98. So I've doubled the amount of push-ups after just like under 2 weeks. So I am making progress. It is possible to do it, and for me to do 100 push-ups before was just completely impossible, inconceivable, because I could do so few in the beginning. But you do it every day gets a little bit easier. And after a week, you're amazed at how many you can do. And after 2 weeks, well, you get to that point where I thought, right, this is getting a bit too easy. I need to do more. And that's when I decided to double it. And I've doubled the abs, and I've doubled the crouch, the squats, or almost. And so there you go. I'm making progress, and of course this shouldn't be a 66-day challenge. It's got to be a lifetime challenge. All right. You, for me, I've decided I'm going to do this for a minimum of 66 days. But really, my hope is that I'm going to get so addicted to it, and I already do feel awful if one day I don't do it, or I don't do it completely. I'd feel bad. Um, my aim is to get so addicted to it that I will want to do it for the rest of my life. All right. And why 66 days? Well, I heard somewhere that 66 days was what it takes to build a human habit fully. I don't know if that's true, but I'm guessing that's a fair good number. That's what, 2 months and a week or something. That's quite a lot of weeks. Um, so um, so yeah, it took me 2 weeks of not eating sugar or salt to think that everything was incredibly salty and everything was incredibly sweet. So we it's very quick to take a bad habit. You can get a bad habit in a few days, and but you can also lose a bad habit. It might take more than a few days. It might be a few weeks, but you can lose that habit. And when you look back, it's all gone by in a flash anyway. So you might as well do it, change your life, try to improve things. That's my view on things. I'm slowly making progress here, feeling better, feeling fitter, feeling more and more determined, feeling like it's possible to be fit. Like before, I would say to myself, "Oh, I'd like to have a fit body and look good." Like the guys in the adverts for underwear or whatever. These guys have got that perfect body. Thinking, "Oh, it would be nice to look like that." Now I'm starting to think that that might actually be kind of possible. I don't know if I want it that badly that I would spend hours and hours and hours every day working out to get there, but I do feel that if I continue just the way I'm doing it, which is really not that much, then I can't see why my fat is not going to continue to reduce, and why the muscle shouldn't continue to build. As long as once in a while you increase that, you get the levels up and start doing more repetitions or longer series or whatever it is, or heavier weights. As long as you do that, I think you're just going to continue making progress, and that's what I'm hoping for. If I can make it a lifetime habit, then every month I should look a bit better than the month before, and who knows, maybe within a couple of years from now I might look really fucking good. And that's what I hope. Anyway, I hope this helps somebody. I felt for the first time that I could do this right after smoking, after taking toad medicine before various. I've done videos about that. Check them out if you don't know what it is. It's a great, great thing. And I'm going to be doing more normally of that quite soon. So there you go. Take care. May you be well.